This video, I want to talk about the immediate storm you face after your breakup. So, the first thing you need to accept is that this was a storm you didn't choose to face. However, how you face it will be completely within your control. Storms are sent to us to either destroy us or to clean the path so you can move forward. What is this for you? Well, effectively, you have two choices after your breakup. The first choice is to allow this breakup to define you and destroy you. So, you can isolate yourself, you can hate yourself, you can feel sorry for yourself. You can even become consumed with the idea of trying to win your ex back. However, this will lead to a degree of rage and resentment towards your ex, and even worse, resentment to the concept of relationships and love in general. With this choice, you're going to destroy yourself and you're going to become what hurt you. Look, at the end of the day, you are going to have another relationship, and if you're not careful, you will carry forward all this destruction into that new relationship, and you'll be back online looking at get your ex back content very, very quickly, or indeed those online tarot card readers. Or you have a second choice, which is to make the storm, clear the path so you can move forward. So what do I mean by this? Well, you're going to take very proactive steps immediately after your breakup to prevent you going down the self-destruction route. So, have your moment. And as I always recommend, during your moment, have ice cream. Pistachio is my go-to flavour. Then, once you finish your ice cream, you need to go out and buy yourself loads of journals. You are going to journal your way out of this storm. If you do not process your emotions during the breakup, then you're going to head down the first choice, the choice of self-destruction. You're going to assemble your support system, which has potentially three elements. The first element are your friends. Your friends are going to be extremely important to you immediately after your breakup. They'll be there to pick you up and to listen to you vent. However, I have two rules here. First rule is don't be the constant downer in front of your friends. And the second rule is that you should never ever badmouth your ex in public. Look, if you've been a victim of any form of abuse during your past relationship, of course you should speak out about it. However, there's a big difference between venting about your ex, perhaps they didn't put the toilet seat down or they loaded the dishwasher incorrectly, and outright character assassination. This is important because we need to avoid you forming any form of resentment towards your ex. Remember, resentment is a pathway to self-destruction. That sounds like Star Wars there. The second element to your support system is your family. Look, you must tell your family about your breakup. I know there may be a degree of guilt or indeed shame about the ending of your relationship, but you must tell your family. The more support you get during this period after your breakup, the better. The final element of the support system is perhaps you are struggling emotionally with the breakup and you may need to seek out a therapist so you can discuss your emotional well-being in a secure and safe environment. Okay, let's talk about your physical appearance, and you're not going to let your standards drop. So you're going to maintain your daily showering routine and any grooming routines you may have. And you know what? Go out for a nice pampering session. And this equally applies to the women as well. You are going to dress confidently. You are going to dress to look good because that will make you feel good. Also, after your breakup, could be a good opportunity to perhaps renew your wardrobe. Let's talk about sleep. Okay, your sleep pattern is going to be all over the place immediately after your breakup. This is because your emotions are all over the place. Immediately after your breakup, it's extremely important that you get enough sleep. This is because you still need to function during the day. Therefore, I recommend a new nighttime routine. Perhaps read a book, put away the phone, or you can journal before you go to bed. After your breakup, you're probably going to have some pretty funky dreams. Funny enough, I had one about my ex last night. However, that should not be a sign for you to break no contact and reach out. Okay, let's talk about your diet. Look, I know I said for you to have your ice cream during your moment, but you should avoid binging. However, immediately after your breakup, perhaps binging might be your problem. The problem may be lack of appetite. So you need to make sure that you eat, and you need to make sure that you eat well, because you're going to need your strength immediately after the breakup. Now, I know there's a lot of online content which says you should immediately hit the gym after your breakup. So if you can go, go. Look, if the gym is just not your thing, just make sure you get out the house. You need to make sure that you don't go into self-isolation. Make sure you keep your living environment nice and clean. In fact, give it a good clean after your breakup. It'll make you feel good. It'll make you feel proud. Clean your car even. If that makes you feel good, then just do it. Okay, let's talk about unhealthy habits. Excessive drinking. You need to stop it. A breakup and alcohol is never a good cocktail. If you're prone to drug use, then you need to stop that. You're just destroying yourself. And you are not going to use people as a form of escapism. Look, if you are prone to that, then you're only going to hurt other people and you'll probably get hurt yourself. Again, if you're using other people as a form of escapism, perhaps it's a clue to your attachment style. One other unhealthy habit, perhaps, is that you need to stop the begging and the pleading and go into no contact. If you've done that already, nice job. You need to drop this notion on getting revenge on your ex. Look, this is just your anger coming out immediately after the breakup. However, you need to channel that anger in order to use it as fuel to motivate yourself to become a better person. Now, if you have an objective to win the breakup, and this isn't necessarily an objective I strongly believe in, well, then here's a top tip for you. So, if you want to win the breakup, then you're going to have to give your ex the breakup. I know that sounds a little strange and a bit far out, but let me explain. Look, at the time of the breakup, your ex told you through their actions that they didn't want your attention. They didn't want your love, your kindness, your compassion. They basically said, give it to somebody else. Therefore, the best person to give all that love, all that attention, is yourself. You should be loving yourself, because as you face a storm, loving yourself is the only option available to you. Now, a lot of these tips I've just given to you seem pretty obvious, but they're really there to allow the storm to clean the path. And this path is taking you down the road or that you love yourself and making sure that you recognize your own value and your own worth. But before I go, I just want to share something with you from my last breakup, and which might resonate with you. Now, during my breakup, a lot of people said to me, well, Marcos, you need to fight for the person you love. Now, that's all very noble, but what if the person I love doesn't want to fight for me? Well, the answer to that is pretty simple. You allow the storm to clean the path, because that is the path towards loving yourself. And loving yourself is what you do when the person you love doesn't want to fight for you.